What's up, Lions? It's your boy Mason Jyree. If you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. What's going on? We're getting bigger and bigger, better and better, and we are shitting turds, I mean bricks, on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Listen, um, I just want y'all to pause with me for a second, for a moment of silence. Okay, y'all. So this is officially the third episode. I mean, not the third, damn, the 11th episode of my live series. Where I just want to take the time, and go off script, off topic, off of conversation. I'm so sorry for the late airing. I promise y'all. That's my third time. This is my third time doing that. I really, really, I'm so sorry. Uh, you know, I'm just working through different things right now. Um, so here we are. This is where we are. This pivotal moment in my life. Um, things are getting better. I'm doing a lot of bigger things. I'm really stepping on people, eating people up. Um, but I really didn't come to talk too long. I really got off script. Today we were going to talk about the levels of DL, but honestly, I'm just, ugh, yeah, please. I'm not even talking about y'all. I'm just talking about like it's just certain things like I'm just over. But if you have not streamed bigger, go ahead and keep streaming bigger. Keep streaming Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Keep getting into Mason Jyree. I have an episode, behind the scenes with me dropping at 12 noon today. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Make sure y'all check that out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I have a lot more different, a lot more different content. I shouldn't say content, but a lot more different things from me coming out. So you got to stay prepared for that. Stay tuned. Stay ready for that. Um, this is a pivotal moment just because of like everything that I'm really doing right now. Everything that I'm really, where I'm taking back my power. I'm making certain moves. Um, just doing certain things. Really raising my vibration. If I'm being honest, really trying to raise my vibration and not really focus on the bullshit or negative people or just anything like that. It's a lot of different things like I was just doing, and I think I just need to like exit the cycle, leave the cycle alone. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's it's really like nothing is here for me. Like nothing is where I'm from. Nothing is here for me, and it's just like yeah, that's really just that. It's like I'm leaving the cycle. I'm doing better. I'm elevating myself. I'm putting myself where I should have been the whole time. I don't even know why. Like I was playing with myself, or like trying to like down myself or shit on my own self. You know, um, it's really crazy. Just what I think it's crazy. Like just the mind fuck it is of just growing for real and just becoming a just more a better person. It's just crazy. Um, and I'm just realizing so much. I'm realizing so much, and I'm realizing so much to the point where it's like it's no need to like speak about it, argue about it, do those things. Like, because when you know it, it's no need. I just keep pushing, keeping it pushing. I have a lot of different things that I'm working on. A lot of different things that I'm working on in my personal life as well. Um, working on certain accomplishments, getting certain things done. I'm recording everything more than what I used to record. Y'all know, like I said, this episode is really off script. You know what I mean? I'm being honest. Like, because I'm the boss, I don't feel like talking about what I wanted to talk about today. I want to just talk about something different. Let's just really spice it up and really just, uh, let's talk about something, like just chill, just chill. I think that's one of the hardest things that I'm focused, that I've realized doing this live series is that just because of my mood some days, like it's because my creativity is becoming a job. It's like I have to come on here every day. It's my job, and I love doing it. But some days the engine has to get rolling before I can really just, like really just, just give my full 110%. So that's why I decided, like, yeah, I want to switch it up today. I want to talk about something, completely different, completely not on schedule, completely, a different type of episode. Um, so yeah, I think I had to really find some like what was my motivation behind like going live and stuff like that, And I'm not gonna lie, some of my motivation was tied to my past struggles. Some of my motivation was tied to certain things that I'm just not attached to anymore, or I just don't identify with anymore. Like, and when you get to a point of like when your head is so full of like noise, like my head was so full of noise that when it's quiet, it's like, what the hell is going on? Um, so it's like, yeah, I had a lot of people draining me, pulling on my energy. Like, just I had really had to just let go of people. Really, really just let go of people. Um, yeah, it's like I think that's why I woke up so drained today because it's like I just had to put, not I had to. I put my foot down, and it's like I'm done. Like I'm just done playing. Like I'm done playing. And what I'm realizing is that on the other side of me, a person who don't play, is like I'm not gonna get. I don't play. Like I'm just not playing. It is what it is. However you want to do it, that's how we can do it. But I'm not playing. Like I don't give my energy to things that just ain't serving me. Mm-mm. And I could, but it's like no. I'm like I said earlier in the live earlier. I'm really trying to up my vibration. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but it's like I realize like even sometimes when I eat certain foods and stuff, like just how like it made me feel like different when I'm already going through certain things. Like I'm trying to focus on elevating myself, like really pushing myself up for real. Um, and that's why starting next week, I'm going fully sober. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like really just see. Not I'm trying to see. I'm going to see. Just where my head is at, more clear headed. I've been preparing myself for that. And I also part of me wants to ask myself like, does my spiritualness come from my overindulgence in drugs? Like how would my spiritual beliefs be after once I'm clear headed and stuff like that? Like how would that work? Who is that version of me? I want to meet him. I'm going to meet him if I'm being honest. Because I don't have time for the low vibrational bullshit, and I'm not trying to just be too. But that's what it is when you're in an area in an environment where people do low vibrational shit, and I just don't want it attached to me. I don't want it attached to me. I don't want it on me. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. It just is what it is. Um, I'm choosing to like do better. I'm choosing to like keep my head clear. I'm choosing to give myself discipline, regimen, all those different type of things. Because on the other side of that is like you need a schedule. Everybody needs a schedule, you know. So yeah, I'm hitting the gym, just doing what I'm doing. I got all that coming though. Y'all gonna see all the videos coming for that. But I gotta do something different, because I know I'm gonna have cravings. I know, like just the cravings to like I think with the smoking weed for real, I think it's like just the rolling it up and like having it in my hand or like having it on deck. I don't know, but it's like I gotta let that go. I gotta let that go. And then like with just me being such a party guy and the ecstasy and stuff like that, I gotta let that go too. I'm not saying I wasn't doing it every day, but I was doing it too much. And I go through seasons, or I went through seasons of my life where I would do it and stop, do it and stop. I never did Coke. I never do Coke. I don't even do Pepsi, you know? I don't even do Pepsi. So I did have to say that. But like, like me just being young, me being young is just, like living life. It's like I want to get a hold of myself. I'm getting a hold of myself. I'm grabbing myself, you know? I won't even say it's like about me turning 25 this year, but it's something changing within me. Um, that's that, that's really just that. And the reason why I brought up coke and stuff like that is, maybe I shouldn't be saying that on YouTube. I mean, it is what it is. I don't really don't care. Um, because a lot of people assume like, no, like I don't, you know what I mean? Would you be surprised at people who do it and who don't do it? You know what I mean? Because everybody does. Well, I won't say everybody, because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. Like, if somebody is like everybody, I'm like, who is everybody? But a lot of people, more people do it than you wouldn't think. But it's like I was more of like a party boy. You know what I mean? Like Adderall, ecstasy, stuff like that. I never really played with my nose. And like I said, I went through seasons of like doing it, stopping, doing it, stopping, doing it, stopping. But it's just like I'm at the point now where it's like, I want to get a hold of myself. And I'm not saying that I was off center or anything like that, but the type of person I am, I treat everything like like it's a full blown crackhead material. I'm keeping it real. I treat everything like it's full blown crackhead material. So I just hold myself accountable for all of my actions. And it's like nobody's gonna be here to save me. I have to save myself. And when I'm building what I'm building, doing what I'm doing, like people waiting for me to fall off. They waiting for me to, they want to see me, strung out on drugs. Or they want to see my dreams not work out and all that different type of stuff. And I'm not saying I'm doing it so not to give them what they want. I'm just doing it because that's what I do. I want to be better for me. I've always wanted to be better for me. And I think I got caught up in the illusion of like everybody else around me and who they wanted me to be. And it's like I'm breaking that. Like I'm really breaking that shit for real. Like it was an illusion on me and how people perceive me even to this day. Like I don't even know why. I feel like sometimes when I'm on here, people be thinking I'm a robot. Whole time I'm a real person, real life. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so hard. Like having a strong ass intuition. It's so hard. Like it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot. But the main thing is just like being, not even being in an environment. It's just like I'm above this shit for real, for real. I'm above it, and it's like I'm actively breaking out of this. Um, it's like I don't know. It's like I'm having full circle moments. I can't describe them. It's like I'm trying to, yeah, full circle moments, full circle moments. As far as just like just where I am right now. It's like I was saying, the illusion of me. It was an illusion put up of how people perceive me, of who they thought I was, and it's like I'm bigger than that. Like, and not in the way people have heard bigger before, but like in the way that's right. You know, in the way that's right. Oh my gosh, who is this in the comments? Team with Mac. I hope he subscribed. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Most shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, I really appreciate your love. I really appreciate your love. So that's that. That's that. Um, I just been focusing on myself. Focusing on myself. I think it's a lot of things that play into. I think it's a lot of things that play into just me going through what I've been through, and just how I've handled everything, and just everything like that. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm overcoming. I'm getting bigger and bigger. I'm getting better and better. And when it I don't really focus on like the past. I don't really focus on the past. But I feel like the past focuses on me. But what I'm learning is not to give energy to that. And like what I mean by energy is like even acknowledging it. Like even acknowledging it. Like I remember like just giving energy to the things that didn't matter, like acknowledging stuff that I should have just let be, you know, because at the end of the day, when you know your position, you know your power, you know where you come from, you know everything like that. It's like you shouldn't have to really worry about anybody or anything around you. You know what I mean? And I just feel like lately it's been a lot more of me feeling the need to really get in. Like because where I'm at in my life, you know what I mean? Like where I'm at in my life is for real. For it's like I'm tired of people playing with me. And I won't even say people, but it's like I'm just not for this shit anymore. This is a very pivotal moment for me. And it's like where I'm at with, and it's like I don't just fight for no reason. I fight for a reason. You know what I mean? It's always going to be a reason as to why I do what I do. So I just feel like I've been nice for too long. I played nice for too long. I was too meek. I won't even say I was too meek because I like being meek. I like being chill. I like playing. I like being nice. I like all that. I like all that sweet shit. But I feel like I can't like let people play with me anymore. And something I realized, it's always, well, for me personally, it's always like I won't even speak on that. But like certain, I don't know what it is about certain people. They feel like they can like, oh yeah, I can get one up on him, or I can play with him, like, or just, and it's like it's not at the point of like where people play with me physically. It's like on some psychological shit, or like they try to get in my mind, or like like shit like that, shit like that, But it's like I'm a go to that shit. I'm gonna go to that shit, and there's so many different things, that I really could, like speak about. But I'm just really over it. Like essentially, what I'm saying is that it's no more nice shit. Like, however, however they want to do it, however they want to do it, we can do it like that. And by they, I mean the people who hate on me, the people who have so much to say. It's so many different things behind the scenes that I have went through, this past year that I haven't even really spoke about to y'all for real, because I don't give energy to everything. I don't give energy to everything. But like where I'm at with certain shit is like they want to get buck, let's tussle with it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know what I'm building, I know what I'm working on, and it's like I'm gonna be honest with you. In life, I never really had to do too much fighting because people just talk shit. You know what I mean? They just talk shit. Nobody never really, came up to me or tried to get buck. I done had to be, get a little wild with a couple people, but nobody really tried to get buck. If I'm being honest with you. So, excuse me, hold up. But when it boils down to it, it's just like I'm at the point now where it's like, yeah, like back up. Like something, things took place last night, as far as a certain situation. And I'm at the point now where like back up. It's always a, like a bitch, excuse me, a be worried about me. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't even like women like that. Like I'm not attracted to women sexually, so it's like there's so many things that have been going on behind the scenes as far as like people where I'm from worried about me. And the only reason why I'm speaking about it, y'all, is because I'm still around them. Once I get away from here and I'm working on certain things, I'm just letting y'all know I'm speaking about it. I'm really just letting y'all know and I'm speaking about it, if I'm being honest with you. It's really just people where I'm from, like it's like I want to speak about it, but I don't. I don't really want to give energy to it because I checked it last night, but it's just so many different things behind it. Like I'm not one of those people when I go through certain things in real life, certain quote unquote drama. I'm not bringing it to here. This is my piece. Like I don't bring it to here, but there's so many different things that I could talk about. As far as just yeah, but it's like I'm at the point now where I feel like fighting, and I mean like for real. Like it's bringing out a side of me, but it's like, no, don't do it, because I know what I'm building. I literally know what I'm building. That could mess up my reputation. You know what I mean? Like by me, somebody else's, somebody provoking me. Because like I said earlier, like I haven't been in a lot of fights. I've had to fight people before, but like that would be new for me. I'm used to like being chill, being that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like it's just a test because I'm already about peace. Like I'm already about peace for real. So why all of a sudden at the point of where I'm about to like really make this shit happen? People, like it's like no, like I'm not giving my energy to that. Like no, but like part of me want to be like, yeah, like beat their ass, let them know don't and beat the hell out of them so they know don't play with you. And beat them so bad so they can tell everybody else don't play with him because there's been so much shit I done took from people, and it's like nah, mm-mm, you know. But like I said, I don't bring drama to the internet for real. Especially people like, yeah, I don't bring drama to the internet. So this is such a pivotal moment for me. Like I said earlier, I'm not giving energy. I'm exiting this shit. I'm leaving the loop. I'm not feeding back into nothing. Like I said, I'm getting sober is for one. I'm getting my body more fit. Continue to work on my skincare. I'm back in the studio. You know, that's number one. I'm back in the studio. That's number one. Um, so yeah, I'm like, and I'm letting the people do what the people, not even the people, because they hell no. I'm letting them do what they do. I'm letting them do what they do. If they outside of the Lions Den, they mad because they just can't get in. It's just that simple. So yeah, that's really where I'm at. That's really where I'm at with it. So like I said, I got episode 1 of my behind the scenes college teens dropping. Episode 2 will probably be damn. I'm stuttering so much this morning. Will probably be about me. Damn. Getting into the gym, like I just said, I want to, post content about that. And like I said, I'm really doing it so y'all can hold me accountable, so I can hold myself accountable. Yeah, that's really why I'm doing this. So, that's really just that. That's really just that. It's been a long time coming, but we got a lot more years in this. Got a lot more years in this. Um, like I said, I really apologize for the late errands. This is really giving me discipline. It's really helping me, really just be firm on what I'm saying and what I'm doing. My thoughts on overcoming challenges. Wow. Wow. My thoughts on overcoming challenges are assess where you are, meaning look at everything, look at what you're going through, and it doesn't matter what level you're on. I'm trying to think about, the right words. I've never really had anybody ask me something that's serious. Like, damn, that's crazy. The first thing is to assess where you are, meaning like look at your life, look at what you're going through, and look at where you want to go. And it's like all about doing what it takes to get there. And I don't mean like in a crazy way. I mean like you doing what it takes to get there, as if you didn't have anybody else in your corner, you would be that determined. Like, because that's what it takes about overcoming challenges. I've overcome a lot of challenges, and honestly, it just takes you keeping your head down, focusing, locking people out, lock the world out, lock the noise out. And by the world, I mean the people who don't love you, the people who don't care about your opinion, the people who don't validate you. Work on what you need to work on, and yeah, that's that. I feel like that was a shitty answer. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that was a pretty shitty answer, but it's in there. It's in there. Um, yeah, the main thing is just looking at your life for where you are, exactly where you are. Yes, definitely. That's number one. That's number one. You gotta lock it. You have to make sure you keep the haters, keep the haters outside of the lion's den. That's what I say. I keep the haters outside of the lion's den. Because over here I'm elevating. I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Um, so like yeah, the main thing is just be realistic with yourself. You can always dream big, you can always go big, you can always be bigger, but you have to be realistic with yourself, you know, and just assess where you are and look at your plan and look at your life and everything that you want for yourself. And yeah, that's just really it. That's really it, honestly, because and I'm only saying this because that's what I've done. That's what I've done. And time will tell, like time is gonna show, but yeah, to overcome you must assess and take action, despite adversity. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You may have a goal, and I always have a goal. I always have short-term goals and long-term goals. So for instance, like your short-term goals could be like, hmm, I don't know, like getting like 5 pair of shoes. Your long term goals could be like getting a car. Like you always have to have something that you're working towards. When you don't have anything that you're working towards in life, you get uninspired, and uninspired people become haters. They become haters. They only hate because they don't have anything going on in their life. So it's like, yeah, you have to really look at yourself for where you are and be like, okay, this is what I got going on. This is what I want to do. How am I gonna make it happen? Now you may meet some like things that are like, okay, maybe I can't make it happen like this, but overall, you can do it. Always remember that you can do it. Um, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So that's that. That's that. How did I learn all this? I don't have a mentor. I am the mentor. I think I'm gonna grow into a mentor of like group of people. I don't know just yet, but I'm the mentor. Experience taught me this. Life taught me this. If I'm being honest with you, my whole persona, like not even my persona, my whole essence, I'm just me because of just life. Um, that just is what it is. I'm just that it just is what it is. Like it's yeah, it's life. It hasn't been easy. Don't get me wrong, but I also look at life every day. I look at life every. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I look at every situation in life as how can I get better and how can I do better and how can I be better. So I don't look at things in life and like, damn, why me? Why did I go through this? I look at it like, okay, okay, let me eat this up. Like because in due time will tell, it'll show like it all made sense. It's so many things that like have already made sense to me already. So it's like, yeah, you know? Um, yeah. Keep going hard, keep it, keep it hot, keep it spicy. Uh just keep doing you. Keep doing you. Um yeah, I've never really had anybody ask me a question like that, but that was interesting. That was really interesting. Uh the hell? What was that? But yeah, that's really that. That's really that. That's really that. Okay, so tomorrow morning I'm having episode 12. We're gonna talk about a different topic. It's gonna be something more on, on schedule, on brand. I don't know if that's what you really want to talk about, but the live series will resume tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna give a major shout out to you. I really appreciate you. I'm really grateful for all my Lions in the Den. I'm really grateful for all my people who rocking with me. Like how we coming, we're doing it big in the Lions Den. We're eating them up. You can just click the playlist links in. You can just click the playlist links on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's that. Um, and like I said, to everybody who didn't join the live, and everybody who did join the live, and to you, please forgive me for my. I feel like it was so unprofessional. This live episode was so unprofessional, But on days like this, I feel like not cut the bullshit, but I don't want to talk about things on schedule. I don't want to talk about what's on the paper. I want to switch it up a little bit. So yeah. With that being said, shout out to all my Lions. Shout out to you. I love all my OG Lions. I love all y'all. It's your boy Mason Jarry. And if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not new, then you already know what's going on here. And what's going on? We're getting bigger and bigger. We're getting better and better. And we are shitting turds on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. I love y'all. Yes, it is here on YouTube. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. When I talk to you again on the live, I want to know your real name.